I don't like it when people give me advice. A lot of times people have this condescending tone when they're trying to quote unquote help. And it's really agitating because it gives off this energy of, you don't know how to do things right, so move over and I'll do it for you. And I don't like that. And so I don't usually listen to people's advice because a lot of times it doesn't work out in my favor. I'm definitely one of those people where, you know, I listen to somebody's advice, it doesn't work out for me, and then that one time that I don't listen, you know, they just happen to be right. And so it's really irritating because, like, sometimes I feel like I can't win. But with that being said, I make videos because I want to talk. I want to talk about what's going on in my life. I don't want to waste the day away. And I also like talking about what's going on without somebody answering me back. Because it seems like when I try to talk to people about things, they don't listen or try to play devil's advocate or have this condescending advice that I just didn't ask for. A lot of times I'm just looking for support. I'm looking for encouragement. I'm looking for somebody to be uplifting. And that's not what I get. So I get really irritated when people try to tell me how to do things, especially when I've already been doing the thing that they're telling me to do. People may mean well, but just be quiet. If you're not going to be supportive, just be quiet. I don't need people to be condescending and, anyways. And what's crazy to me is a lot of people are not in my circumstances, so they really just like don't know, they don't know all the details of everything. So it's like I'm Black, I'm transgender, and I have things to pay for. So, you know, I have to look for certain things when it comes to a job. And the fact that people think that I don't know how to, like, look for an entry-level job, or don't think they think I'm trying to, like, apply to these big jobs. No, these are, like, entry-level jobs I'm applying to that just aren't working out. So these are small jobs. These are jobs that, you know, I can make a career out of. And anyways, yeah, I don't like taking people's advice. I especially don't like taking people's advice that had support during their situations. You know, people will come in and be like, oh, well, I went through a situation like that, and da-da-da-da-da-da. You may have gone through a situation where you may have gone through a situation like that, but you had support. You had a friend, you had a roommate you were living with, you had, a husband, a wife, a baby daddy, a baby mama, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. These people had people to have their back if things went wrong. I don't have that. Not really. So it's like you go through a difficult situation and people try to compare themselves to you, and they also in a weird way try to compete with you, and it's just not productive. Okay, it's just not productive. Just be quiet. If you're not gonna be supportive, if you're not gonna send me encouraging words, if you're not gonna try to uplift me, just be quiet. I didn't ask for your help. I don't want your pity. I want a paycheck. Side note, I feel like when people are giving me advice, they're basically just telling me to go get whatever I can find at whatever pay rate and just deal with it. And the goal for me is to find a job that I can make a career out of, build off of, so that I can actually thrive and be able to take care of myself. And my thing is, like, if you're not trying to understand the goal, if you're not really going to listen to me and figure out what it is that I'm trying to do here, then just be quiet. And also, some of these people have degrees. When you have a degree, that does make things easier for you. And I'm still pursuing my degree. I want to be able to be in a job, settle, and be able to be working that job, getting the experience, going to school, and then I can like build off of things, and then I don't ever have to worry about, you know, ever being in a situation like this ever again. And also, some of the people giving me advice are white. Things are different for white people.